Tonight, for the first time, we're seeing the face of the man who gunned down a DeKalb County police officer and terrorized the CDC. And we're learning more about the full extent of his attack.
Additionally, over 500 shell casings have been recovered from the crime scene area.
And as new details come out, we're learning the shooter's father called 911 on the day of the shooting, terrified of what his son may have done.
I'm very worried that he might have been involved in this shooting today.
Good evening, and thank you so much for joining us here for Fox 5 News at 5. I'm Tom Haynes.
I'm Courtney Bryant. As we get our first look at Patrick Joseph White, we're learning more about just how terrifying the scene at the CDC was during Friday's shooting. White had 5 guns and fired hundreds of shots at the CDC.
Fox 5's Kim Loeffler joins us now live with more on the new information that we just learned today from the GBI. Kim?
Well, the GBI says a total of 6 buildings at the CDC got hit by gunfire, and authorities recovered 5 firearms from the scene, with the majority of the crime scene at the intersection by the CVS across the street. The GBI released this photo of 30-year-old Patrick Joseph White, who they say opened fire Friday evening across from the CDC.
A search warrant executed at the residence of the shooter revealed written documentation that expressed the shooter's discontent with the COVID-19 vaccinations.
GBI Director Chris Hosey told reporters the 5 firearms recovered at the scene belonged to White's father. Hosey says White died by suicide.
All indications in our investigation was that they were secured and that he forced his way into the safe that contained the weapons. The shooter had no known criminal history. Evidence in this investigation indicates that the shooter had recently verbalized thoughts of suicide, which even led to law enforcement being contacted several weeks prior to the incident.
911 call logs from DeKalb County, where White lives, showed a total of 11 calls to his house since June of last year, including 2 for suicide threats. The most recent one made on Friday from White's father, asking to get in touch with a police officer.
He has been involved with last summer with some problems that we had with my adult son, and I'm very worried that he might have been involved in this shooting today.
Well, we're aware that there were law enforcement contacts made with him prior to it. We know within weeks prior to it. Currently this time, our investigators are getting with the law enforcement that made those contacts and finding out what the details of that were.
Hosey says the bullet that killed DeKalb County police officer David Rose came from one of White's weapons.
He served with honor, courage, and unwavering dedication. His sacrifice will never be forgotten, and his commitment to protecting others is a profound testament to the very best of the law enforcement profession.
Now back out here live, you can see the memorial for Officer Rose outside the CDC that continues to grow each day. It's also important to note the FBI also confirmed no one inside the CDC or the daycare was hurt in the shooting. The FBI also says they have not seen an uptick in threats against healthcare workers, but they did say they do take threats like that seriously. Live this evening at CDC headquarters, Kim Loeffler, Fox 5.
Yeah, just chilling details unveiled today, especially when you listen to that call from the shooter's father. Kim, thanks. Well, the focus today has been on learning more about the shooter. We don't want to forget about his victim.
Officer David Rose was a devoted husband and a father of 2 children with another on the way. He was a U.S. Marine veteran and the valedictorian of his police academy class. 2 GoFundMe campaigns have been established to support Officer Rose's family. One for his wife and their kids, and another for his oldest daughter. You can find links to both campaigns on our website, fox5atlanta.com.
This